Good morning, good morning, good morning. Merry Christmas, Facebook family and friends. How's everyone doing this amazing, amazing, amazing Christmas morning? I was asked to do a wisdom walk on Christmas Day, and I'm a servient leader, so I do what I'm asked. So I wanted to get on. I know probably everyone's probably not gonna have much of a live audience, but you guys can watch us later today or tomorrow, whenever. But I was asked to do it on Christmas, so here I am doing it. Today's wisdom walk is the power of the mind, the power of the mind. And as everyone enjoys their family and their Christmas breakfasts and opening presents, I just imagine how much joy there is right now in the world, throughout the world, around the world right now. Is truly something special. And I think that's amazing. I really do. But I want to talk about the power of the mind a little bit today. And hopefully you understand what makes the difference between a person or people that are in a situation where I don't want to use the word average, but I guess that's the best definition I can use. Average are the one that wants to have success. And the power of the mind is so important. I think if you caught my wisdom walk, I believe it was number 58, that says you need to make your own decisions, never listen to anyone. I 100% buy that and agree with that. I don't want you to misunderstand the power of the mind wisdom walk, because this is not a contradiction to this. This is just a extension to it. But you have to understand there's things that you have to do in your mind, and it does take help to have people help you get to that level. So like it said, it takes a village to raise a child. It does take a village to raise a child. Oh, and by the way, it's cold out here. Anyway, it takes a village to raise a child. So the power of the mind. You have to decide what actually puts you in a position to either be average or to be extraordinary. If you're not looking to be extraordinary and have massive success in your life, this is not the wisdom walk for you. Hey buddy, it's okay. Merry Christmas. Oh, I thought the Merry Christmas will do it. But if you're not looking for massive success, this is not the wisdom walk for you. So the thought behind it, there are so many things changing in the world right now. So many things. Some of you may have heard of NFTs popping up right now. NFTs, there's crypto, Forex, all the different things that are new to the world. The problem is so many people jump to the mindset that it's a scam, that will never work. Oh, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your money. Here's where the power of the mind comes in. And this is probably one of the most important things you can understand. So please pay attention to my next statement. You're right. I'll let that stick into a little bit. It's a scam. It's probably not going to work. That's not going to work out. You're right. For most of them, but not all. Let me explain. You know how many Amazons, things like Amazons came out when Jeff Bezos started it, but Amazon came through. Now it's a worldwide company. Do you know how many books that were written that didn't make bestseller? But yet, some of the books came through, the ones that became bestsellers. Since we're at Christmas, let's talk about some toys. Back in the day, the Cabbage Patch doll, this scenario, the something beanies, I don't remember all the things that broke through and became household names. What happened to the ones that didn't? There were thousands of other things that didn't make it. There are thousands of books that don't make it to bestseller. There are many coins that will never be Bitcoin. There are many things that won't work with Forex. There are a plethora of things that won't work out. A plethora. So that's why I'm telling you, you're right. But here's the problem, and here's the difference between success and mediocrity. The ones that believe that and do nothing become average. Let me repeat that. The ones that believe that everything is a scam and it's not going to work and thinks nothing's going to break through will be average. That's like you saying, many jobs, by the way, today, most, don't pay you enough to live the way you want to live. They don't. But there's a couple that do. They won't make you rich, but there's a few jobs that pay six figures and give you a good lifestyle. Not retirement lifestyle. Not, I'm going to go to my private island lifestyle. Not, I can live however I want to lifestyle. But a pretty good lifestyle. But there are millions that don't. So here's the mindset. Why work if millions don't? Same scenario in what we do. Why get into cryptocurrency if tons of the coins may tank? For every stock that blows up, there are thousands that don't. So your mindset, of people's mindset, the average person's mindset is, oh, that's not going to work. NFTs are beautiful. It's going to be a massive run. Some of you probably have no clue what I'm talking about right now. Go do your research. People are buying imaginary properties, paintings. Many NFTs will crash. Many NFTs will do nothing. Many people will lose money in NFTs. But there will be some that break through. And the ones that break through will make the ones that use them absolutely incredibly wealthy. The lifestyle beyond what they can believe. Just like some cryptos will. Just like some stocks will. Just like some books made it to bestseller. Some toys become household names. For every toy on Christmas morning that everybody wanted, my children are older now, so I don't get into the toys, but I remember when they were younger and you had to order early because the stores were sold out and you couldn't find them. For every one like that, there are thousands that didn't make it. Doesn't mean the ones that made it did make a lot of people rich. So the power of your mindset, and hear me clearly, the power of your mindset is what makes the difference between you going to work after Christmas is over, continuing to do what you do every single day and expect a different result, or waking up and doing whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, with complete financial freedom. I've said it before, you've heard it in my wisdom walks. People with money are rich. People with money and time are wealthy. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? So as I know now, people are probably saying, yeah, I understand, Clay, this sounds interesting, but how do I know which NFTs and which cryptos and which Forexes and which this is going to work? How do I know? Because if majority of them are going to fail, should I not just give up and move on? No. What you should do is you should do your homework. You should study. You should follow things that make sense. Now, this is going to be a little self-promoting, but I have no other way to teach you than this. The easiest way to what works and what will work for you is very simple. And I've said this before many, many times. Find someone, and I'll say this very slow, find someone living the way you want to, or having the things that you want to have, and do what they do. Yep, I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna let that one sink in. Now, doesn't mean I'm telling you to listen to everything they say to do. You pick what works for you, because the self-promoting I'm about to do is I've done all the research. I've taken the bumps and bruises. I've done the things I need to do and take the losses I have before I bring it to my team. My team doesn't pay me for doing that. I do it because I want to do it. I do it because it's my calling. I do it because that's what God told me to do. That's where I am in my life. I sit and I think about what type of Christmas. I mean, today is Christmas morning. We haven't fully celebrated our Christmas yet, but I've had the best Christmas of my life leading up to today. The best Christmas of my life. I should say one of the best Christmases of my life. I shouldn't say the best, because I've had some amazing times with the kids and when they were babies and their first Christmas and their third Christmas and things like that. But this Christmas ranks up there with pretty much any of them. I remember the Christmases in Trinidad with my dad. Those were some of my best memories of when we did our Christmas gift giveaway this in the morning, and somewhere around 11 or 12, these two buses will pull up to our property, school buses. And yeah, those big yellow buses, and the kids from orphanages with health problems will be there in those buses. And they came to our home, and my dad had a gift for every single one of them, and they spent the afternoon playing and having Christmas with us. So those are some of my best memories. And then this year, able to bless several hundred people, going out to Walmarts, Targets, gas stations, supermarkets, and looking in the looks of people's face when you bless them with $100 bill, priceless. Then I get these messages, countless messages and tags of you, people like you, doing the same thing. You tell me that's not a special Christmas? That's beyond a special Christmas. That's one of my best Christmases ever. I have a gentleman, Scott, I won't say his last name because I didn't have his approval to say this. He sends me a message. He's kind of a quirky guy. I really love him. I mean, he's a great guy. He's quirky like me. He sends me a message. He says, "You cost me $98. That's how the message started off. And I'm like, huh? How did I cost this guy $98? And then I read on, and it says, I was thirsty, and I went to the store to buy something to drink, and because of you, I gave the guy $100. So the drink was $2, you cost me $98. And I just absolutely blessed my heart. And then yesterday, he messaged me again. He goes, now you cost me $60 because of the Uber driver. Then he messaged me, now I did this with one of my customers that was $100, and I gave her all these different things. And it just warmed my heart. I'm sitting here going, the movement has started. They get it. The movement of Envy Cares has officially taken off the ground. And that present that you guys gave me is the best present of the world. I'm just looking now because the Queen and her brother, who's a chef, is packing up. And hold on, let me flip over. I'm just walking by. There she is for the whole family. She is a family person. And here's her brother. Here's her brother. He's a chef. And he's been here for 2 days prepping. And they're putting all the food in the car to go down to Mom and Dad's to celebrate Christmas. And this is like what she absolutely loves to do. Loves to do. Her family's everything. So they're packing up. She doesn't know I'm filming her. Are you gonna wave? I see. There you go. So she's packing up, putting all the stuff in, and then she'll come back. And that's what Christmas is all about for her. It's all about sharing. And he's an amazing chef, by the way. Amazing chef. And he's been at her house for 2 days preparing for this. And yeah, she's taking the truck because none of the cars go out in the rain. So there you have it. Here's proof. So The truck only moves. No cars move when it rains. Only the truck can be moved. Anyway, so back to where was I? Back to the best Christmas ever. So that's why it's been the best Christmas ever for me. So the power of the mind. Now, what do you do with this information? You go out. Could be me. Could be someone else. I don't care who it is. You find someone that's living the way you want to live, and you do what they do. Now, unfortunately, not very many successful people are willing to put it out there, are willing to give you everything, all the information that you need, willing to do wisdom walks, willing to do mindset training, willing to show you documentation beats conversation. So again, I know this sounds a little self-promoting, but look, if you want to change in 2022, maybe you should start listening. Maybe you should get involved in our phases. Maybe you should follow what we do. We've only made several thousand people rich. They may not be fully wealthy yet, but they're rich. You make money. Today's payday in one of our phases is Christmas morning. And sure enough, when I woke up this morning and looked into the back office for IPC, there was a deposit made today. And it's made every Saturday. And we get 45% of our money. On Christmas morning. Merry Christmas to my pocketbook. So, up to you. What you want to do with 2022. We've been doing this January in about 12 days. It will be 1 full year that we've been doing this. In 19 days, Envy will be officially 3 years old. Now, Envy is not a company. Envy started out as a streaming company, but I told everyone that joined us 3 years ago, that's just our launch pad. We're just going to launch a service, which we end up selling to TCC, MP, and that'll be our launch pad to get things off the ground. But this is going to become a lifestyle. This is going to become a social event. At that time, I had no idea what we're going to do. I had no clue. I didn't know what product services we'll do. I just trust in God that He will give me the strength to find the right things, to make the right decisions, to help people. And I remember, the Queen told me I couldn't tell you guys the amount this year, but it was a lot. I remember last Christmas, I think we gave away about $3,000, maybe $3,000. I think it was less than $5,000. I know that, to $100 bills. And this year, it was a lot more than that. And last year, we didn't inspire anyone to do the same thing. Yes, I did my video, but I didn't do a call to action because I didn't have it all prepared and all done yet. And I remember saying to myself in Christmas of 2020, I would like to inspire others to do what I'm doing right now. But it's not fair for me to ask them to do it just out of the goodness of their hearts. Even though some will, because there are a lot of good people in this world. Some will do it out of the goodness of their hearts. But Clay, if you really want to start a movement and you really want to push people to move and do things like this, yes, some will do it without anything. Yes, they will do it if they're inspired and it feels good and it talks to them and whatever. But to move the masses, I needed to develop something to give everybody the cash flow in order to do it, in order to give back. So I said, okay, so 2021, let's go make some people some money. Let's make some success stories. Let's help people retire in 90 days. And once they do that, they now can take those funds and give back. Because you'll be surprised how much, in fact, I talked about this in one of my last wisdom walks, how much God will bless you when you give away. Because the more you give, it's the more you get. Now, I know some people commercially have done some bad things with that. And they've kind of demonized it a little bit, I should say, if that's the right word. But, or some people do it because they want something in return. If you do, it's not going to work. You have to do it because it's the right thing to do. Wow, they're still packing up the food. I have an amazing wife. She's just so special. Anyway, so God knows your heart. You can't hide your true feelings. You can't hide what's inside of you because God knows how you're truly feeling. So, as I close, I want to tell everyone Merry Christmas again. I hope you make some special memories today and some new traditions, or continue with those wonderful old traditions you have. And just remember, the power of the mind changes everything. So your decision today is, how are you going to change the power of your mind? Yes, there are lots of things out there that's going to fail. You're 100% right. There's also lots of things out there that are scams. You're 100% right. However, our team, Rabu Gary, myself, others, absolutely make sure we do everything possible to minimize any losses that we'll have. Does that mean everything will be home runs? Oh, absolutely not. Does that mean we may have some failures? Oh, absolutely we will. But we have diversification, and we do so many things that if something goes sideways, we're still good. And that's what's important. What's important is that we grow every single day, and we take ourselves to the next level and help us out, and help everybody out move. They are still packing food. Crazy. So I'll end with a little video of them still packing up the truck, but I think I'm gonna go help them now. Help them get everything all packed in. So Merry Christmas again, everyone. Enjoy your beautiful Christmas day, the holiday season, with your family and loved ones. Lisa and I love you very much. You're very, very special to us. And we're gonna change the world one person at a time. Thank you.